Hello, I'm Lera, and welcome to your Intro to Breathwork. The breath is a very important healing tool, and yet it's something that we so easily take for granted or just simply neglect. Our breathing is responsible for everything from memory to cognitive function, digestion, sleep patterns, mood, emotions, our reaction patterns, and even our mobility. We've all experienced times where we either feel stressed, anxious, nervous, or overwhelmed. And during those times, we may start to notice pain in the jaw, pain in the chest, headaches, we may feel sleepy, a little withdrawn, we may feel out of breath, or just simply exhausted. Oftentimes, society has taught us to stifle our emotions, and in stifling our emotions, our bodies tense up. Have you ever tried to hold back a tear? Your initial reaction is to look up, tighten the body, maybe hold your breath. And in doing so, we trigger stress hormones in the body. The body gets tense and it starts to overheat. We may even feel sweaty. All of this can be brought back to our breathing. Our simple 3-part breathing exercise, which I'm going to walk you through today, is going to teach us how to take in full, complete breaths, exhaling fully to release all of the toxins and relieve the body of the stress, anxiety, and tension brought on by these emotions. As we work through the process, you'll notice a cooling sensation rest over the body and a sense of relaxation and calm. It is during these moments of relaxation and calm that we gain clarity in the mind and we're able to actually identify what it is that's bothering us and how we want to move forward in order to stay true to ourselves and react in a way that holds true for us. So, let's get started. Let's begin our practice today by first discussing the natural rhythm of the breath. As we inhale, our body's natural instinct is to expand in order to allow all the new cleansing air into the body, and as we exhale, it contracts to release toxins and carbon dioxide. As we inhale, the diaphragm is meant to lower in order to create space in the lungs to take in all of the new air, and as we exhale, the diaphragm is meant to raise up in order to expel the old air. Reverse breathing, on the other hand, is something that is very common in almost all adults. Society has told us that, in order to be camera ready, we need to be shoulders back, belly tight and thin, standing nice and tall, and as we do this, we tend to suck everything in and hold it in nice and tight. Well, if this is how you are walking through your day, when you inhale, you're not leaving a lot of space in the tummy in order to take in the breath, and then once you're out of sight and you can actually relax and be yourself, you let all that air out and you release everything. The belly drops, the body expands. This is actually referred to as paradoxical or reverse breathing. It reverses the flow of the diaphragm, which can lead to a number of health ailments and simple little pains or tension areas that you may not even realize are linked to your breathing. Now, if you identify yourself as a reverse breather, don't worry. Throughout these practices, we are going to be able to correct it. And the beautiful thing is that your body is already doing it for you. Our bodies are a natural healing tool. So once we go to sleep and our brain finally shuts off, the body knows that it can take control again without the brain trying to tell it what to do. So as we fall asleep, the body naturally corrects its breathing rhythm. So if you're a reverse breather all day long, it doesn't matter. As soon as you fall asleep, the body takes over, and you'll notice if you rest your hands on the body right before you're about to fall asleep, it reverses its cycle. It'll inhale and expand, exhale and contract. Your chest will rise, your abdomen will rise on each inhale, and they will both fall on the exhale. It's beautiful how magical our bodies really are. The first exercise I'm going to run you through today is called three-part or diaphragm breathing. We'll start by resting our hands on our hips, fingers pointing in towards our abdomen. We'll take a deep breath in and try to push the fingers away as we expand the abdomen on the inhale, filling the low body with air. And as we exhale, we contract the abdomen, getting it as tight as possible in order to squeeze out all of that air. Our next step, we'll move up just below the breastbone, taking our fingertips in along the rib cage. And as we inhale, we're going to think about expanding that midsection of the body, filling the chest and the rib cage with air. And as we exhale, we contract to really squeeze out that air. Moving up to the third part, resting our thumbs under our armpits and our fingers come across our chest. Our middle fingers meet in the center. As we inhale, the chest lifts and opens, expands outwards. Our fingertips pull away a little bit. And as we exhale, we squeeze that all back in to release all of that air. So when I'm teaching this in my yoga practice, I ask my students to envision a balloon. As you blow up a balloon, the base of the balloon fills up first and then it rounds out as it fills up to the top. This is a perfect metaphor for our three-part breathing. As we inhale, we want to fill the low abdomen first and work our way up the body to the chest, filling the body and expanding it full of clean, fresh air. And as we exhale, we want to think about squeezing that balloon tight to release all of that air. So starting again at the base, we're going to go our three-part breathing, inhaling through the abdomen, inhaling a little deeper through our chest, or our rib cage, and then again filling up our chest. And as we exhale, we're going to take this in reverse order. Exhaling first to release the air in the chest, then the rib cage, and the low abdomen. We'll flow through that one more time together, inhaling to fill the abdomen, the rib cage, the chest, and exhaling, releasing the air in the chest, the rib cage, and the abdomen. So again, envisioning that balloon filling up with air. The entire body should expand, the sides expand, the chest lifts, the abdomen expands, and as we exhale, it all contracts and squeezes that air out. That's one full complete cycle of deep breathing. One complete inhale and one complete exhale. As mentioned earlier in this video, our breath is responsible for our mood, our emotions, and our reactions. So our next breathing exercise is the energizing breath, and it can be done at any point throughout the day. It's very simple to remember. All you have to do is extend the inhale and shorten the exhale. So as we inhale for, say, a count of 4, we'll exhale for a count of 3. Taking in more breath on the inhale is going to cleanse the brain, rejuvenate the organs, and really just wake everything up. So we'll practice that together. Inhaling for a count of 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3. Pausing at the base of the breath, and then again inhaling, expanding the body, filling the body with air, and as you exhale, contracting and releasing for 2, 3. One more time, inhaling for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling 1, 2, 3. Now, as you work through this practice, you can extend the inhale for a count of 6 and keep the exhale at a count of 3, or you can move it up to a count of 8 to 4. Take it at your own pace, whatever feels natural and whatever really wakes you up and gets you energized for your day. Our next exercise is intended to slow the breath, cool the body, and calm the mind. It's the complete reverse of what we just did earlier. So this time we're going to shorten our inhales and extend our exhales. We'll breathe in for a count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and exhale for a count of 4 to 6. Inhaling, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Now, as we work through this exercise, you may notice that your shoulders start to droop. You may get a little bit tired. You may even notice a yawn come on. Let it out. These extended exhales are excellent in moments of tension, stress, anxiety, overwhelm, and I honestly personally practice them in conversation. If someone has said something to me that's triggered an emotional response, I pause for a moment, take a breath, and as I exhale, things become a little bit more clear and I'm able to respond in a way that actually has meaning and value to me and isn't as reactive. Our next breathing exercise is excellent in moments of anxiety, stress, and tension. As we discussed earlier, when we're feeling stressed or tense, we tend to clench the body. We may purse the lips or tense the jaw. We could create headaches in the body. We may start to heat or sweat, and this will really help to cool us down in the moment. So our first one is going to be straw breath. Through pursed lips, we're going to inhale and exhale. So purse your lips as if you're wrapping it around the straw, and inhale and exhale fully. Keeping the lips pursed around that straw, repeat that for another couple of breaths. Inhaling and exhale. This breathing technique helps to calm the body and cool it down, which, as we discussed earlier, is very relaxing and will help to clear and rejuvenate the brain, gives clarity to the thoughts, and helps us balance our emotional triggers. Our next exercise is Sitali breath, or curled tongue. We're going to inhale through our curled tongue, so stick it out as if you're wrapping it around a straw like this. And inhale and exhale. As you repeat this cycle of breathing, you'll notice an instant cooling sensation on the tip of the tongue. As you continue with it, this cooling sensation will stretch through the back of the tongue and down the throat and give an instant cooling sensation throughout the entire body. After just a few breaths of this, you may notice a chill in the shoulders or the arms. You may start to get goosebumps. It's an instant calming, cooling tool, and it's lovely for stress, anxiety. It's great at the end of a workout, anytime you need to cool and calm the body down. The last breathing exercise that I'll share with you today is called alternate nostril breathing. And this is excellent to aid in sleep, whether you're struggling to fall asleep, battling with insomnia, or you're able to fall asleep easily but struggle to stay asleep. It's a very simple yet effective technique. You're going to start by placing the thumb of one hand on one nostril and sealing the nostril with your thumb. We're going to inhale through our open nostril, then seal that open nostril with our ring finger, opening up the opposite nostril and exhaling. So for me, I have my thumb on my right nostril and my ring finger on my left nostril. So we'll flow through that cycle again, pressing the thumb onto the right nostril, inhaling through the left, pausing at the top of the breath, sealing that left nostril, opening the right, and exhaling through the right. Then remaining on this side, inhaling through the right, sealing that up, and exhaling through the left. One more cycle, inhaling, Through the left side, pausing at the top, opening up the right and exhaling. And bringing it back to the other side. Inhaling right. And exhaling left. That should aid in a very restful sleep. Now, as we discussed earlier, our bodies correct ourselves in our sleep. Such a beautiful, beautiful healing tool. So as you're starting to drift off into sleep, take a moment to be a little mindful of the breath. Become aware of your breathing, resting one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. And just notice how the body takes over and the chest and abdomen rise with the inhale and fall on the exhale. I hope these exercises were helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to me at amlera@live.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.